I'm so iceberg slimmish, stainless, not a blemish. I could have been to prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. Say, what you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Two and a throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 70 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries, they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd down, Jeffries, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. It's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it, because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but from this distance, the odds aren't with them at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back and get the touchdown on your next drive.
Yeah, and you're on the road, so snag the lead while you can. The kick by Sanders is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Throwing to start the drive. Steal. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
On second down, McMullen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First carry here for Ken Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Seahawks had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And some room to work. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. McMullen. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on the opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their own.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Up the middle they go. Jeffries. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go, set.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. Room here to run. Seattle. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 17-3. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Jeffries, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Jeffries, and some room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. that momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing on first down. Steele out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
On first down, McMullen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Steele. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Steele. Catch is made by Metcalf. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Steele. He lets it fly from Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. McMullen. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Steele. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, it's Walker. 127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down now, Jeffries, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete, a lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
It took him down in the backfield with those instincts.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. Operating from the gun. Steele.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And down he'll go at the 25.
137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on first down. Jeffries. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 27 all. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a handoff up the middle. McMullen. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Looking to throw. Steele. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here we go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ready, blue check.
On 2nd down, Jeffries. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. First carry for James Conner. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Ready, set.
Tua on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
From the gun on 3rd down. Steele. And this is caught. He hits more. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Throwing to start the drive. Steele. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Phins. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their word space.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second down now, Jeffries, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They had to get it away from their end zone somewhat, but still a long way to go.
Had to start somewhere. That's probably the best outcome possible.
2 to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. McMullen, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing it.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Miami, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the